For a long time, the anti-gravity AI workspace operated on a simple premise: keep everything in one place. Users logged in, typed their prompts, generated code, and reviewed outputs within a single frictionless environment. Then, Google released the 2.0 update, and that seamless monolith cracked wide open. Instead of refining that unified interface, Google engineers made a deliberate, highly disruptive choice. They took the platform and intentionally fractured it into two completely separate pieces. On one side, you now have an incredibly complex VS Code-inspired Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. On the other side sits a completely isolated chat interface. Google took a clean, intuitive user experience and actively tore it down. They sacrificed the simplicity that made the platform popular to accommodate highly specialized technical workflows that demand their own dedicated environments. The immediate fallout from this update has been rough. A large portion of the user base relies heavily on that cohesive, all-in-one setup to get their daily work done, and they suddenly find themselves juggling entirely distinct applications. The frustration is actively compounding for power users. Not only do they have to navigate a steeper learning curve across a split interface, but they are also hitting noticeably reduced usage limits under the new architecture. It brings up an obvious architectural question. Why would a team of top-tier engineers take a beloved, highly functional user interface and deliberately break it apart? They did it because they had to. Google built new, massive capabilities into the engine of anti-gravity, and those processes physically could no longer fit inside a standard chat window. This diagram illustrates the core structural limit of traditional AI chat interfaces. They are strictly linear. The system processes exactly one prompt, executes one task, and returns one output. If you try to feed it complex, multi-step coding projects, that single pipeline immediately starts to choke. Anti-Gravity 2.0 solves this by introducing dynamic subagents. This is the specific architectural leap that forced the platform to redesign from the ground up. Rather than waiting in line, these autonomous subagents execute parallel workflows. They can spin up entirely independent instances, handling heavy data processing, code refactoring, and repetitive file formatting simultaneously. Because these agents work in parallel, they enable true asynchronous task execution. Heavy background operations compile and run continuously, completely decoupled from whatever you are currently typing. Your primary focus is never interrupted by a loading bar. A single conversational text thread cannot display, manage, or debug 5 different autonomous programs writing code at the exact same time. The visual real estate required to manage that kind of parallel execution forced the split. The newly separated IDE serves as the mandatory command center for this complexity. It is specifically built to handle multi-folder projects, govern file permissions, and oversee all of those asynchronous scripts running in the background. The chat interface has been moved to the periphery. It functions as a dedicated communication layer, the place where you issue instructions for the subagents to carry out within the more robust IDE. To give developers real control over those agents, Google expanded the Anti-Gravity SDK. This grants direct programmatic access to the underlying infrastructure, allowing teams to build custom autonomous systems tailored precisely to their internal workflows. You can dig incredibly deep into the configuration. There is a new terminal-based CLI for direct workflow management, alongside customizable JSON hooks that let you tie these agents into your own proprietary databases. They even integrated live voice transcription directly into the developer tools. You can speak complex automation commands out loud, like setting a massive refactoring target with /goal or prompting deep research with /browser, and the system interprets the audio, solidifying them into actionable blueprints without you touching the keyboard. Every feature here, from the CLI to the JSON hooks, serves an absolute functional requirement. They are the strict steering mechanics required to keep a sprawling, multi-agent architecture from spinning out of control. This shift in scope effectively turns Anti-Gravity 2.0 into a foundational agent operating system. Google is moving away from the concept of a single, standalone tool in favor of a much broader architecture. The newest agent model under the hood, Preview 0526, is explicitly optimized to operate autonomously within remote Linux environments. It is built to leave the desktop entirely. You see this in the new deep ecosystem integrations. By tying directly into tools like Chrome DevTools, developers get real-time debugging insights while their AI subagents actively construct modern web applications. The ultimate goal here is a cross-platform infrastructure. Instead of human programmers writing code line by line, they transition into technical managers overseeing a massive fleet of autonomous AI software engineers. The path to that future is currently incredibly messy. The user pushback has been loud enough that Google is actively exploring UI refinements to smooth out the friction of the split. There is also a harsh financial reality to this level of parallel compute. Running multiple subagents eats through processing power quickly, making premium resources like AI Ultra credits a strict requirement for deep experimentation. Professional engineering now demands the management of these complex, multi-layered systems rather than the relative ease of a single text box. Maximizing future productivity means embracing a modular reality. It requires learning the SDK, mastering the CLI, and managing parallel subagents. The comfort of the old interface is gone, traded away for true AI autonomy.